Please consider subscribing, click the like button and notification bell. Do we still need fine art, or is it already part of our everyday life? Art has existed since the beginning of mankind as a spiritual need to say something without words, express some ideas in an original way, and find a universal beauty in it. Although it has more to do with emotions than rational perception, it has always had great significance for society and has been a sign of the development of cultures. The art contains beauty, harmony, eternal truth, but also a stamp of the originality of the artist himself. It shows the charm of the time, but also some great emotions which after many epochs are still recognizable and lovable. It arose spontaneously on the cave walls, then the time had come when it belonged only to the nobility, and now it is all around us, everyone can create it and enjoy its beauty. But is that still the same kind of art? Despite old modern electronic aids, can it really be that easy to create a masterpiece? Or do we still need this great art that we find in museums and without which our civilization would not be the same? For many centuries, art was of great importance and represented the spiritual approach of the time. The freedom to think differently and change your current point of view was the ability of less original artists. Sometimes it was the way to reflect ideas about some uncertain things, such as how big the space is, whether the earth is round or flat, what is inside of the human body, or what is happening in hell. With the advent of photography, paintings no longer had to represent the visible world. The art became more abstract and represented a subconscious reality or simply an original kind of harmony. Sometimes it lost its beauty, sometimes its meaning was far from understanding. Instead of looking at a painting at some point, we got a white square on a white background and a book to read to understand what the painter meant by his masterpiece. Sculpture, too, becomes abstract, and instead of clay and marble, today we usually have living bodies that present a performance. Everyday design and advertising also got elements of art. The film industry has expanded by thousands of films every year, and anyone with a cell phone can also make videos and present their own performance on social media. Making art has never been easier because we live in wealth and beauty is all around us. But beauty is only one of the elements of art. The current philosophy is largely materialistic and teaches us to live in this present moment. Some would say that cooking is a kind of art too, and is good for our digestive system. The new art is connected to our eyes, ears and stomach, but detached from its history, meaning and the human need for psychological growth. Thinking about religion, belief, morals or eternity is considered boring today. An easy hedonistic life without pain, suffering or hunger, an excessive freedom of thought, weaken character and personal strength and falsify emotions, which leads to a loss of originality. Our art is beautiful, charming, understandable and easy, sometimes cheesy, and has more to do with popularity and money than originality. Science is so advanced that someone can think that we already know everything we need. The role of art back then, changing perspective, no longer seems to be necessary. Art has always been important, even though there have been better and worse times. The greatest achievement of the past can now be copied by anyone, but the authenticity that art possessed until the last century can no longer be found today. Like some other spiritual disciplines, art seems to have morphed into everyday life. Thank you for watching. See you next time.